So what's in the shop today? It's an HP Pavilion p7-1054. It's got a quad-core AMD Athlon II 645, a 1 terabyte hard drive. It was one that we took as a trade-in and we're rebuilding it to resell. First, I had to remove the old power supply, which had failed. We got this HP desktop here with a dead power supply. And it's got these extenders on it. The extenders have HP part numbers on them, so maybe HP put it in. Who knows? I'll have to go try to find a photo of one of these, but I blew the power supply just sitting there. Those are tough. We got a Molex SATA. Oh wow. They must have been using up some old power supplies. These are genuine HP part numbers. Simple enough. That we've got to press down in order to get it to disengage. Get disengaged. Here it comes. Little tight fit. Was a Bestech 250 watt. Never had good thoughts about Bestech, so we're replacing this with a Thermaltake, and I'm going to stop here for a minute and wash my hands off. Next, the new power supply was installed and connected. Okay, so with your standard power supply, you got the offset screw there, and then the other three on the corners. I see the offset right there. I'm going to drop it in and see if we can't get it to sync. Oh, but first, we can get these Molex SATA things out of here because we're not going to need those. Crazy big. And she's in. I was also worried about excessive amount of cables. So let's just go ahead and hook power up to the optical drive. We'll just use the closest one and then we'll tuck the rest of that in there. I'm going to go ahead and tie that off for now. It's about as neat as I can get these truly unneeded cables. Well, it is hooked to the DVD for power. See, this is reminding me why I don't like to stick these sort of power supplies in these tiny OEM systems. We got this big bundle of cables here. Maybe I can. Yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough. There we go. We're going to do one boot with the hard drive, and then we're going to replace it with an SSD. So the hard drive's hooked up, the DVD drive's hooked up. We're going to hook up the correct 4-pin CPU power connector. No way to peel that back since it's sleeved, but it'll be fine there. And then ATX, the original was only 20 pin, so we're actually going up to 24 pin. .24 pin power connector in. So we got the You know, you could tuck that up there, but it seems to stress it, so I just let it lay like that. And it's good. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Nice and quiet. Don't forget to screw it in. 4 screws. Could be paint. I may have to mess with that one. Let's get the others started. Definitely recommend using Torx, but you know, this is not, I'm not putting these on high speed or anything, so I can get away with using the fret. And I do have the right size Torx, I'm using the flat, so I don't strip out those threads. And there we go. Good install. No problem fitting it in, nice and quiet. Definitely an upgrade over the cheap power supply that was in there from the factory. And so there it is. CPU connector is in. You got the extra 4-pin floating there. ATX a 24-pin is in where the factory was only a 20-pin. One side into the optical, one into the hard drive. Now it's time to install the SSD with the 2.5 to 3.5 inch drive adapter bracket. T7-1054 security bit driving Torx, which is just a Torx security bit. Yeah, there we go, it's T15. So, doing this hard drive, these are nice too, these spin freely. And then this thing, we got this tab in here and it just kind of pops up. I'm going to disconnect the power and the SATA cable. And there's your original HP 1TB drive, which we're going to install a 2.5 bracket adapter for the solid state. You can see she's all dusty. So 4 screws out. We're going to try to remember that the connector was right there. So we want our 2.5 right there. And there it is. It is a decent drive. It's a Hitachi 1TB. Hitachi's always been a good make. It's just a little dusty. Still pretty quick for its age. You're going to need some kind of double-sided tape or whatever. But we're going to do it proper. So you get yourself one of these 2.5 to 3.5 adapters. And they'll just drop right in there. Now it's a little tricky on this one because it's only going to hit the front. It does not hit the back. You only hit one set of holes, but that should still be enough. We got an old bracket here, but we managed to dig out the correct screws for the solid state drive, matching the threads and everything. Alright, get the Phillips thing going. 4 screws. the tray, and we'll just double check we want the connectors to be here. So make sure we're attaching it down to the tray that way. We want connectors there. So standard 2.5 bracket, and we'll get that SSD lined up. This can be a little finicky when I'm driving. It drops in. Even harder to do this holding both things with two hands. And they're all aluminum, so you don't want to strip it out. Mount it up in the bracket, and here we go into the cage. Now I fully realize that I'm on the opposite side of the cage that I originally was, and I'm going to try to flip this adapter bracket completely over and see how that does. Okay, the holes will line up. Yeah, see, this has really good paint, the black on here. So that's going to make it a pain to get in the first time. Yeah, there we go. And once again, we're using Torx. Second one will be much easier. I'm going to back this first one out and just let it kind of sink up. See, I need this to stay, I'm going to try to get it to stay down flush with the rest of that mechanism. Level. And so it's in the tray, it's level, it's not going to go anywhere. It will move a bit, but I mean realistically, I'd like to see 4 fasteners attached, but that's not moving. And another thing, you know, there's no middle hole there. What are you going to do? But it'll be fine. We got 2 screws left over because of the way that cage and that SSD adapter were designed. It only was able to mesh 2 screws instead of the 4. Right, so power cable, data cable, boom. Right, that click is what I was looking for. It's in. Screws down. Okay, 2 Torx in. Good. You can see the SSD's in. Here's the first boot with the SSD. It was detected properly and a backup of the hard drive was restored. The new power supply runs much cooler and is less noisy.
The SSD, of course, is a large performance upgrade over the old hard drive. The PC was upgraded to Windows 10. No problems. However, the SSD did require a driver adjustment for a trim to work. See video linked in the description for more info on this. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications.